Hi, my name is Ayotunde Yoloye, and I'm the Creative Director here at Free Gift International. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Free Gift TV, so that you can continue to enjoy inspiring and uplifting Christian movies. God bless you.
Wow, I love the view from up here. It's really nice.
It's the best view in the city.
Top floor of the Nation building. This fish is excellent.
This restaurant offers the best assortment of seafood you can ever ask for in the city.
Wow.
Some more wine, madam.
Yes, please.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Come to think of it, you can probably get the best assortments of any kind of food or anything in the city in this building.
Really?
Oh yes. Think about it. This building has 50 floors. Every floor is occupied by the nation's finest. This building houses hospitals, banks, offices, shops, restaurants, cinemas, professional firms, artisans, training institutes, just name it.
It truly is a microcosm of our great nation.
Yeah. That was why the building was called the Nation. Truly a magnificent edifice, worthy to be a monument of this great nation.
What's that?
I don't know. It sounded like somebody dropped something heavy.
It must have been something very heavy. I thought I actually heard the floor move.
Relax. It will take more than a falling object to shake the nation.
Really?
It is built on a solid foundation and was designed to be held up by 7 robust pillars.
Okay. That's comforting.
What is that again?
Jesus!
The building is collapsing. We must get out of this place. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
This should never have been allowed to happen.
Are you saying it could have been avoided?
Of course it could have been avoided. Where were the regulators? Why would they allow the nation builder to use substandard materials?
But we don't know it was substandard materials.
What else could it have been?
There is a possibility of sabotage or even terrorism.
We cannot just jump to conclusions.
Where is the nation builder?
He's on the run.
Why is he running if he has nothing to hide?
If you were the one, wouldn't you run? When people are already concluding that to use substandard materials without fair hearing.
They should allow him to defend himself.
You need to see the mob outside his house. Must they burn down the house of the nation builder? If that mob gets hold of the nation builder, it's finished.
But you can understand the emotions of the people. Several thousands of people died last night when the nation collapsed.
That is not enough justification for them to take laws into their hands by asking for the head of the nation builder.
At least there are a number of safe houses in the city he can run to.
There are only 3 houses he can take refuge in.
And only if he is free from guilt.
And how sure are we that he's free from guilt?
We are out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, viewers, we have come to the end of this morning's edition of Good Morning Nigeria.
Our prayers go out to all those who lost loved ones when the nation building collapsed.
They also go out to the nation builder, that he will not also lose his life. On that note, we say Good Morning Nigeria from KM Studios on this very sad day.
You're welcome to the House of Refuge.
Thank you, ma'am.
My name is Beza. Do you know the rules of the House of Refuge?
A little.
The House of Refuge is given for the manslayer who ignorantly kills his neighbor that he may live and not fall into the hands of the avenger of blood who pursues while his blood is still hot.
Yes, I know that, ma'am.
However, if a man hates his neighbor and lies in wait for him to wound him mortally and he dies, and then he comes into the House of Refuge, the elders of this house will hand him over to the avenger of blood that he may die.
Really?
Yes. We will have no pity on him, for we must put away the guilt of innocent blood that he might be well with us. Scary images.
That mob wants to kill me.
The blood of the avengers of blood is still very hot.
It's not my fault. I didn't destroy the nation.
Then you have no need to worry. You will be safe here if that is true.
We have a new guest.
Yes, we do.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
This is a nation builder.
You are the nation builder.
Yes, I'm the nation.
You think you can? You can
Control yourself. This is not allowed in here.
I'm sorry, Beza. The thought that he has the nerve to come in here to hide and seek refuge just makes my blood boil.
Honestly, sir, I did not destroy the nation.
Why then did the building collapse?
I don't know. It must be sabotage or the work of terrorists.
Why do you say that?
I'm the nation builder. It takes a lot to be a nation builder. It's not a responsibility I take lightly, man.
I hear you.
Do you think just anybody can be a nation builder?
Yes.
Building the nation comes at great personal cost and sacrifice.
That is true.
Ma, the nation was patterned and built around the model that all the great nation buildings around the world were built.
Really?
Yes. Check everywhere in the world where there are great nations and you'll find the same structure in place.
I see.
We followed these specifications, ma. You see, there are 2 major factors that are very critical when you are putting up a structure, ma.
And what are those?
The foundation and the structure. If the foundation is not right, you are finished. No matter how beautiful or sophisticated the structure you put in place, sooner or later, it will crumble.
True. If the foundations be destroyed, what can even the righteous do?
Great nations like the one in America and the United Kingdom, they may look so beautiful and sophisticated on the outside, but if care is not taken, the building will soon implode because of the internal rot in the foundation.
True. When you see some of the decadence in some of those nations, you can tell that the problems are foundational.
Exactly. If the foundation is okay, the next thing is to make sure that the structure is okay. Every great nation in the world has 7 core pillars in its structure.
And the nation you built had these?
Sure.
I am not too sure about that.
Who is he?
This is Golan. And this is Ramoth. They are both elders in this house of refuge.
I see. How about you, sir? Are you also an elder of the House of Refuge?
No.
He is a pastor. He is also seeking refuge in the house, just like you.
Huh? Is that true? And you slap me like that?
Stop this! This is not allowed in here.
I'm sorry, Beza. The thought that he has the nerve to judge me when he's seeking refuge here like me just make my blood boil.
I heard you said the nation you built had the 7 core pillars.
Yes, it did.
Tell us, how come the nation cost 60 billion to build just 50 floors, when the average cost of building 100 floors of other nations was only 30 billion?
It cost about the same here too. But then we had to load the price so that there will be money to settle the boys.
The boys?
Yes. People had to be paid.
In every labor, there is profit. What were they being paid for?
Isn't it obvious?
It is. But I want him to tell me.
You see, we need to...
The boys did no work. They were only paid to ensure he got the building contract. Isn't that so?
Exactly.
And then why didn't you just say so? Everybody knows that's how it is done.
Yes. Exactly. That is how it is done.
So the first core pillar was shaky.
Busy?
Not really.
Do you have your international passport here?
Yes, I do. There were some of the few documents I was able to lay hold on before the mob descended on my house.
You have 3 passports?
Actually, I have 5, but these were the ones I was able to escape with.
And your personal details vary from one passport to the other?
Does it really matter?
But shouldn't your yes be yes?
At least, the passports all have my picture. And it's only me that uses the passports. Why are you looking at me like that? This kind of thing is normal. This is the way I obtained some of the permits I needed to build the nation.
So how can people trust you when they can't rely on what you say or the documents you present?
They can trust me. I am a nation builder, and you can't be one if you don't have integrity.
It seems your second core pillar is also shaky.
I hope you had a good workout.
Yes. I'm fagged out.
Please, come this way and take a look at my computer. Do you recognize this document?
That is my bank statement. How come you have access to my online bank details?
I will explain later. It seems your bank account is overdrawn.
Yes.
Why?
Because I've not yet repaid the loan I took to finance the building of the nation.
When was the loan due for repayment?
6 years ago, according to the loan agreement.
So why haven't you paid it off? Haven't you been paid for the construction of the building?
I have been paid. Solely that it's not been convenient to repay the loan yet.
But you had an agreement. It is better not to vow than to vow and not repay.
I'm living on debt.
Even in other countries, they do the same thing.
That is true. The US economy is a debt-driven economy.
Thank you.
Yes. But over there, they repay their debts. How do you expect others who need the loans to get theirs if you don't repay yours?
At least he has collected his own loan. So how is that supposed to concern him?
Exactly.
That's a shaky pillar.
Shaky pillar? Like how?
What did you do with all the money you made building the nation?
I used it to fund my lifestyle.
All of it?
How much was the money? Just 20 billion.
Really?
You need to have seen my cars, my houses, and my jet. I had weekly parties in various nations around the world.
And then, of course, there was the cost of his political campaign to become the governor of his state.
Yes, it was a good but expensive lifestyle.
Sounds more like the prodigal son, who wasted all his inheritance on riotous living. Yet another shaky pillar.
Pastor, I think I made a mistake about you.
Really?
Yes. There's a certain maturity about your way of thinking.
It comes with age in the ministry.
You know what? I can comfortably be a member of your congregation.
Praise the Lord.
So, why are you seeking refuge?
Some people want to hold me responsible for the sins of my congregation member. Can you imagine? Do you have any savings or investments?
I have. In politics.
Politics?
My political career is my investment.
And is that all you have?
That is a shaky pillar right there.
That's all I need.
Really?
Yes. It's all about resource control. When you win an election, you control government resources and you can spend government money as you please.
Ha! But is it government's money or taxpayers' money?
Does it matter? How many people even pay their taxes anyway?
People should give to Caesar that which is Caesar's.
Look, let's face it. The nation is in a bad shape and is desperately in need of a fix.
That is why some of us are in government, to deal with the decay that is everywhere.
The decay in the land shall remain until the soul of the nation is restored.
You speak in parables. Come down to our level.
Like every man has a spirit, a soul, and a body, so also the nation has a spirit, a soul, and a body.
Really?
Yes. The spirit is that invisible force that drives the nation.
The Spirit of God?
In the original design, yes. But sometimes there are other spirits at work in the nation.
I see.
The body is the institutions and systems in place in the nation.
You mean like the educational system, value system, institutions, and agencies, and infrastructures, and all other physical attributes that we see that make up the nation?
Exactly. If the soul is not hearing from the spirit, then the body will malfunction.
Nonsense. All that is required is for some committed nation builders like us to tackle the issue everywhere. But then, it may take a little while.
How do you plan to fund the resolution of issues?
Taxes, of course.
Do you pay your taxes?
I don't. At least, not completely.
You mean that you did not pay tax on the 20 billion you made from building the nation?
I paid a couple of thousands, but that's not the point.
What is the point?
Those who are paying aren't complaining either. So, what's the big deal?
Another shaky pillar there.
Are you familiar with the concept of ajo or a susu?
Yes, group contributions.
What do you think will happen if the person collecting the ajo money on behalf of the group ran away with the contributed money?
The rest of the group will find him and hand him over to the police.
That's exactly what should happen to corrupt government officials.
But that can't work.
Why?
And because all those who complain will be settled.
Everyone?
They can go to court. We'll find someone in court to settle.
You shall not pervert the judgment of the stranger or the fatherless, nor rest the judgment of the poor in their cause. When last did you give anything to charity?
I can't remember. Certainly not in the last 5 years.
That's it. We need to send you out of this house.
Send me out? But why?
Because you killed the people in the nation.
You destroyed the 7 core pillars on which any great nation is built.
I did not. What are the 7 core pillars for building the nation?
Respect for dignity of labor. Respect for integrity. Respect for credit. A culture of savings and investment. A culture of payment of taxes. Enforcement of law and order, and altruism.
And every one of these core pillars you have destroyed in the nation.
The blood of the innocent who died in the nation thereby is on your hands.
Please, have mercy.
The nation is destroyed, and all that remains is the foundation, which in itself is under threat.
You cannot stay here.
True. You cannot stay here.
Neither can you, Pastor.
Why not?
Because the soul of the nation must be restored.
The soul of the nation. What is the soul of the nation?
The church is the soul of the nation, the body of Christ.
The failure of the nation and of the nation builder is a reflection of the failure of the church.
The church must impact the society.
Until the church gets it right, by hearing clearly from God, both in word and in deed, and communicating clearly to the body, the nation will continue to malfunction.
I didn't realize that the church had such an important role.
That is not surprising. The stature of the church is in its integrity, and much of that integrity has been lost through pastors like you.
Please help me. What can I do now?
It is too late for you.
But if God's people, who are called by God's name, will humble themselves and pray and seek God's face and turn from their wicked ways, then God will hear from heaven. He will forgive their sins and He will heal their land.
Please, don't hand me over to the avenger of blood.
Don't hand me over to the mobs, please. Please.
Hello? Please, come and take them out.
Please.
Come and take them out.
Mercy, we are sorry.
Please, have mercy.
Please go out.
Please have mercy.